Hi everyone, it's Holly Marie King, and I am here today with the Hunger Games Simulator. And I actually kind of stole this idea from Lauren Z-Side, which she's my favorite YouTuber, so she's the one that got me hooked on playing this game. But I'm gonna do it a little bit differently than she does it. She does it annually at the end of the year to show the things that have been relevant throughout the year and things that she has interest in. And as for me, which I'm like forever late, but I'm going to do it on my brother's birthday every year, which is April 30th. And I'm going to do characters from things that are either my books or are my characters from previous videos I do. And also I'll have my favorite YouTubers on here as well. So anyway, let's get started. Oh, and one more thing, if you see anime characters that you recognize, I am no artist, and so I just found pictures that represented the characters that are in my books. So if you see anime characters and you're like, oh my gosh, that's someone I recognize, it's just because they represent what I think the character would look like had they been hand-drawn. So anyway, in District 1, we have Helen, which I used my cover from the book that she's in, Not a Dream, and the character in the picture is supposed to be Helen. So, and then next I have the arch rival, which is Troy, and then Burke and Alice, and then I have Burke's brother John and Kat, and they are all from Not a Dream. Then as we go down to District 4, it is the Knight from Look at This Knight. And an Aspie Life, Seven Deadly Sins, Olivia from my Two Sims series that I do. And then Meteor 60 Seconds, I have, the main character. And I had to have the Naked Reporter because hilarity. It would be very hilarious if he wins this. And then we get down to District 7, which is Lauren Z-Side. She is actually my all-time favorite YouTuber, so of course I had to represent her. And then my best friend, she actually has a channel on Twitch, and she's chock full of hits. And then we come over, and here's Jay from the Cub Scouts, and Cassie from Gloom Games. And then in District 9, which is my favorite number, so I'll always be in District 9, is myself and my husband Cliff. And then when you come down here, you have Dan, Howell, and Phil Lester, and they also have a YouTube channel together, which is Dan and Phil Games. And of course, I'll link all of the YouTubers that I'm putting on here in the description below, so if you would like to check out their channels, that's where they are. And then this is our lovely beautiful dog Shiva and our adorable son Vincent, and then my cats Rukia and Ichigo, and it is an anime reference if you can guess what it is. I mean, I don't think it'd be that hard. So anyway, let's see what is going to happen in Hunger Games this year. Alrighty, here we go. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Look at this knight runs away from the cornucopia. Helen rips a mace out of Gloom's hands. Oh man. Holly finds a canteen full of water. Ichigo is unable to convince Dan Howell to not kill her. Oh my god. Fitting that I picked the cat. This is revenge for picking that, I'm pretty sure. Alice catches Olivia off guard and kills her. Oh my god. The poor innocents in this already. Seven Deadly Sins scares Lauren Z-Side away from the cornucopia. Troy gathers as much food as he can. And Aspie Life grabs a shield leaning on the cornucopia. Kat finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. That actually suits her character really well. Naked Reporter runs away from the cornucopia. Vincent runs away from the cornucopia. Rukia runs away from the cornucopia. Shiva runs into the cornucopia and hides. That actually is it. Whenever she's in trouble, she hides, so that actually is hilarious. Cub Scouts runs away from the cornucopia. Meteor 60 Seconds runs away from the cornucopia. Phil Lester severely injures John, but puts him out of his misery. Well, that was nice of Phil. Chock full of hits runs away from the cornucopia. Burke stays at the cornucopia for resources. Cliff runs into the cornucopia and hides. That doesn't fit him at all. Day 1. An Aspie light diverts Phil Lester's attention and runs away. Look at this night collects fruit from a tree. Mia hears 60 seconds, 7 deadly sins, and Cliff hunt for other tributes. An interesting trio. Troy discovers a cave. Cat practices her archery, which actually Troy's a vampire, so a cave would be perfect for him during the daytime. Dan, Howell, and Gloom hunt for other tributes. Chock full of hits searches for a water source. Holly discovers a river. Good thing I have a canteen. Shiva camouflages herself in the bushes. She's fitting herself. Lauren Seaside stalks Helen. Rukia defeats Vincent in a fight, but spares his life. Oh, good. Rukia is such a brutal one. Naked Reporter and Alice hunt for other tributes. Burke goes hunting. Cub Scouts travels to higher ground. Fallen tributes. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Ichiko. I can't believe Dan Howell killed Ichiko. Poor girl. Olivia. She's not a toddler now, but, you know, poor toddler. John. At least so far. So most of my family. Helen sets up camp for the night. Oh, it's nighttime now. Troy tends to his wounds. Cub Scout stays awake all night. Dan Howell severely injures Vincent, but puts him out of his misery. Oh my god, is he gonna kill all of my family members? Phil, Lester, and Holly talk about the tribute still alive. Oh, well, at least we and Phil are getting along. Meteor 60-second decapitates 7 deadly sins with a sword. Brutal. The 7 deadly sins gets taken out by a guy with 60 seconds to live. An Aspie Life receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Chock full of hits questions her sanity. Naked Reporter poisons Rukia's drinks, but stakes it for his own and dies. Now, Naked Reporter. Oh my god, this is great. Alice cooks her food before putting her fire out. Look at this night, Cliff and Shiva get into a fight. Look at this night, triumphantly kills them both. Oh, my husband's gonna die when he knows he gets taken out by a crazy bird. Kat and Lauren Seaside talk about the tributes still alive. Gloom receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Burke receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Day 2. Helen goes hunting. Troy injures himself. So he tends to his wounds and then he injures himself. I guess he was out in the daylight for too long. Lauren Seaside, Dan Howell, Meteor 60 Seconds, Kat, and Gloom hunt for other tributes. Holly receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Well, aren't I lucky? So far I've lucked out. Someone tried to poison. What does that mean? No, it was Rukia. Cub Scout scares chock full of hits. Phil Lester fishes. Alice discovers a cave. Look at this night camouflages himself in the bushes. You killed my husband and his dog. You're a terrible person. An Aspie Life searches for a water source. Rukia attacks Burke, but he manages to escape. Good job, Burke. He got attacked by a little cat. Oh no. Oh, poor little Vincent. 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Vincent, District 11, 77 Deadly Sins, District 5, Naked Reporter, District 6, Cliff, District 9, Shiva, District 11. Oh, sweet. Got to hook up with some cool people here. Nice. Alright, in Aspie Life, Gloom, Helen, Lauren Seaside, and Holly sleep in shifts. Troy screams for help. Man, Troy is... I thought he was going to be more of a... Oh my god, really? Am I the last one? And you turn my best friend against me. Chock full of hits and Dan Howell tracks down and kills Rukia. What is wrong with you? You're terrible. Look at this night and Alice huddle for warmth. Cute. Phil Lester lets Meteor 60 Seconds into his shelter. Aw, way to go, Phil. Cub Scouts questions his sanity. Kat is awoken by nightmares. Burke receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. So after you brutally murder 3 out of 5 of my family members, you're just gonna pick some flowers. Day in hell, picking flowers. Chock full of hits fishes. Lauren Seaside searches for a water source. Gloom receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Helen receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. And Aspie Life picks flowers. Alice attacks Burke, but he manages to escape. Well, that's brutal. Troy stalks Look at this night. Well, you're finally doing something useful. Holly questions her sanity every day. Phil Lester questions his sanity. Cat attacks Meteor 60 seconds, but he manages to escape. Cub Scouts accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. Oh my god. That would have been me. I would have been too afraid. Oh shoot. Acidic rain pours down on the arena. Cat injures Dan Howell and leaves him in the rain to die. Oh no. Chock full of hits shoves Lauren Seaside into a pond of acidic rain, but is pulled in by Lauren Seaside, killing them both. Man. Holly is unable to find shelter and dies. That is what takes me out. And Aspie Life is unable to find shelter and dies. Phil Lester survives. Yep, Filter. Yep. Gloom injures Look at this night and leaves him in the rain to die. Good. He's jerk. Meteor 60 seconds survives. Helen is unable to find shelter and dies. Alice is unable to find shelter and dies. Troy refuses Burke shelter, killing him. Good! Troy needs to freaking die. He's useless. 11 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Rukia, Cub Scouts, Dan Howell, chock full of hits, Lauren Seaside, Holly, and Aspie Life. Look at this night. And Helen. Oh, and Alice. And Burke. Oh, it's Burke that died and not Troy? I read that wrong. Dang it. Meteor 60 seconds, Troy, Cat, and Gloom tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Phil Lester is awoken by nightmares. Phil, why are you hanging out all by yourself? The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Gloom decides not to go to the feast. Troy decides not to go to the feast. Cat catches Meteor 60 seconds off guard and kills him. Please tell me not one of the bad guys are going to win. There's only... No, the bad guys are going to win. Phil Lester accidentally steps on a landmine. Phil! Oh wait, Gloom's still alive. Come on, Gloom. You got two bad guys. Take them out, Gloom. Attacks Troy, but he manages to escape. Cat explores the area. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Meteor 60 seconds, District 6, and Phil Lester, District 10. Dang it, Phil. Come on, Cassie. You got this. Cat tends to her wounds. Gloom tends to her wounds. Troy sees a fire, but stays hidden. I wonder whose. Cat falls into a pit and dies. Way to go. No! What? Oh, no. Well, this is a tragedy. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Cat, District 3, and Gloom, District 8. You're so close, Cassie. You almost had it. The winner is Troy from District 1. Just look at Dan. 3 kills, and I know exactly who 3 they are. You killed Ichigo. You killed Vincent. And you killed Rukia. Like, that's just the only people they killed. And Katie killed Lauren. Which is funny because Katie loves Lauren, so. Can't believe it. Acid rain got me. Anyway. So we have our winner. Troy from District 1. So that was the Hunger Games. I look forward to doing it again because that was actually really fun, especially since I have a connection with all the characters, so it was pretty awesome. And hopefully I will see you guys next time. Bye. Bye.